Hey family, it's Netta back at you with Black Lives Count. So today we want to do a video about Cointelpro, and that is a technique that the government of the United States uses to target the black community. Let me go over this copyright disclaimer, and then we'll get into it. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use. So, Cointelpro, or Counterintelligence Program, was a covert initiative initiated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, better known as the FBI, in 1956, and was aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, and disrupting various political organizations that were deemed radical in the United States. Within 1 year of the formation of the Black Panther Party, the FBI established a special counterintelligence program called Cointelpro to neutralize political dissidents. Between the years of 1956 and 1971, the FBI used the Cointelpro program to investigate national political groups for intelligence that would lead to involvement of foreign enemies within these groups. And the Black Panthers had nothing to do with that. The Black Panthers were trying to feed their school children. They were trying to provide programs for the needy in the black community. It goes on to say, this of course meant that the FBI specifically targeted African American citizens. According to Cointelpro documents, 5 groups were singled out for investigation: the Communist Party, the Socialist Workers' Party, they say white hate groups, but please, they're flourishing, and black nationalist groups. The Black Panther was specifically targeted and bore the brunt of the most damage. According to FBI documents, one of the purposes of the Cointelpro program was to disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the activities of the black community when they were coming together. They wanted to prevent the rise of a black messiah, like a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X or somebody like that. Of the 295 documented actions taken by Cointelpro to disrupt black groups, 233 were directed against the Black Panther Party. In his doctoral thesis, War Against the Panthers, a study of repression in America, Newton, and he was one of the heads of the Black Panther movements, Newton accused J. Edgar Hoover and Cointelpro of fostering a split between Eldridge Cleaver and himself through false letters and documents, creating discord between the Black Panther Party and the black groups such as Ron Karenga's group United Slaves, which led to the murders of Alprentice Bunchy Carter and John Huggins of the University of California. Let's just stop right there. Let's say this, because they'll tell a lot of lies in with some truths. First of all, we already know who murdered majority of the Black Panther Party and every other black party that was trying to stand up for equality. These groups were doing nothing more than wanting to have equality in our community, just as every other community was receiving equality and were receiving. If it had not been for the Black Panther Party, the young people didn't. There was no breakfast program. They started the breakfast program for the children in our community. There were many things they did. They policed their own communities. They did not allow drug dealers selling drugs. See, these are the things that the government has put in our community that they try to, destroy our community. They put the crack in our community. They have taken a boatload of guns, a truckload of guns, and sit them in the black community and leave the door open and unmonitored, so that the young people in the community will get those guns in hopes that there'll be a lot of crime and right there in the community, and they'll kill themselves, kill each other. This is what this government has done, and now they want to cover everything up and hide everything. Well, you can't hide. You can't undo what you've done. And you cannot hide the truth. The truth is the truth, and the truth will continue to come out. And whether it be from people like me or other people that are very vetted and involved in bringing out the truth about this government. See, when a lot of people come here from other countries and they say, oh, the black people, the black Americans haven't gotten anywhere. Well, often that is because the foot of the government has been so far down on the black Americans' necks that they have tried to preclude them from a lot of things, to prevent them and prohibit them from, or us from trying to further ourselves. But fortunately, because we have the protection and the coverage of the Most High Yah, it hasn't worked. So we continue to rise. As Angela Mayolu said, we rise and we rise. And this is what they don't understand. They can't fathom, how do we continue to rise despite of everything that they have done to us and continuously try and do to us. I just did a video a couple days ago about the contributions of Black America. If you haven't saw that video, go back and watch it, because Black Americans have contributed many, many, many contributions to this American dream or nightmare that they want to call the dream. See, it is time. It is time for Black people globally to come together. Now, those of you who like Discord and want to keep up the talking points of white supremacists and think that you're going to align with white supremacy, you won't. You will not. And you will understand that the same way that they are trying to keep our community down, they want to keep your community down too. See, I had on the last video about the Indians, the East Indians, I had a commenter that said, he was from Mexico, Eduardo, hello, and that he, believed that, that one day we'll all see, our eyes will open, and I pray that will be the case. But until then, we have to eliminate. We have to eliminate those that do not want, and when I say eliminate, distance ourselves. We have to distance ourselves from those who do not want to come together as a community. And I mean black and brown. It's time for us to put down this. And those that don't want to come together, that's fine. Let's treat them like we would treat the colonizers, okay? We put them in the same category that we would put the colonizers in. But the rest of us, we need to come together. We need to take a stand, and we need to do what is right for our communities, because the black community is not the only community that has suffered at the hand of white supremacy. Many other communities have also suffered from white supremacy, but you have tried to assimilate into it, and now you're effing around and effing out that it does not work. It is not for your best interest or the best interest of your people. See, there was a time that you might have said, well, at least I'm not those black Americans. But now you can't say that. They're deporting. You see, they can't deport the black Americans. And do you see how we have stayed on their necks? See, their foot was on our neck, but now our foot is on their necks. And family, y'all have to come together. You have to stop this bickering between Africans and black Americans. It's just all stupid. It's all stupid, and we gotta let it go. Caribbeans and Jamaicans and Haitians, it is time for us to come together. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have our differences, because we do. We definitely have differences. But it is time to put down some of those differences to see the similarities that we have with these colonizers. We have a lot of similarities. Many of you are in this country because they have went over there and destroyed your country's economy. And so you had no choice because there were no opportunities, and you had to come over to this country where it is the black Americans, okay? You had to come over here to start over and to start a new life. And it's the reason for that. Because I'm going to tell you, if I came from another country, or if I was from another country, ain't no way in hell I'm leaving my country to go into another country because we don't have opportunity in our country. We have to fight. See, that's one thing I will say I believe a lot of other communities have against black Americans is because we had nowhere to run. So we stood and we fought. And today we still stand and we still fight, okay? And that's just the way it is. The only thing I say we have to do is disengage from this Democrat Republican nonsense, because all of that is nonsense. It really is. It's a lose-lose battle with that. It's a lose-lose battle, Democrat or Republicans, because they come together to ensure that black America stays at the bottom. And so we have to really completely, totally disengage from that. Come out of her. Revelations 18:4 says that in scriptures. Come out of her. And it's time for us to do that. But, family, so yeah, to this day, the FBI and possibly the CIA and every other governmental agency uses Cointelpro on the black community. This is why, this is why the gangs have weapons. The gangs, you don't think the government or it has a part in these gang members having all these missiles and kind of stuff like that? Of course they do. Just like they go over to your countries, over to these different countries, these at the African continent or the Asian continent, just like they go over there and they cause discord and they give them weapons so that they can fight against their government. They do it here because in hopes that the black community and the Latino community and other communities, and they fight against each other. It's time to wake up. But I thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share, and comment. Let's chop it up in the comments. You agree, you don't agree, you disagree, that's fine. But, it's about really trying to learn the truth and what has happened in this country and what continues to happen in this country. And it's about waking up. All right, family. Peace, love, and blessings. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.